Well, good morning. Hey, how's it going, people? I hope y'all can hear me okay. Let me go check and see if my microphone's working. Yep, it sure is. Awesome sauce. So, just thought I would come on here, sit and cross stitch for a bit. Um, it is my last Friday before I go back to work, and that absolutely sucks. I have been so depressed about it. Oh, God, I can't even stress how depressing it is. So, hi, Clint. How are you? So, I'm working on a cross stitch called Peppermint Lane, and this is from Fat Quarter Shop. It is a So Emma pattern, so it's exclusively their pattern. So, right now, I'm just working on the outer border because I like to do my border first. Hey, Martha. How you feeling? I didn't send you a link because I didn't know if you were up to this. So if you want to just stay and chat, that's cool. If not, you can come in. This is so pretty, these colors. My God, when I was winding these colors all up, like look at how pretty. There's two teals, there's two pinks, two greens, two different grays, one white, and a red. And the red is for the stockings. Like all these colors are incorporated in this. So you're feeling okay, Martha? Okay. I just was scared to send you a link because I didn't want to make you feel obligated to come in here when you're not feeling well. So I'm going to send Martha a link to come in. So basically, all we're going to be doing today is sitting, cross stitching. I'm going to teach you a few different tips and tricks on how to do different things in cross stitching when you're carrying over a fair amount of colors. So she's feeling okay. That's good. So I did do a video previously, but there you might have questions. And if you have questions, just ask. I didn't put these on a binder clip thingamajigger because I absolutely didn't feel like putting it in a binder. Hey, Martha.
Hey.
You look good. You look
I'm
good
getting
for.
there. I'm getting there.
Yeah. Jeez, girl.
I had a heck of a time with Holly Mae last night, though. Oh my God.
Oh, what was wrong?
She just cried and
Oh,
wouldn't
I
leave
bet
me
you she did
alone
that
and
the whole time
cried.
you were in the hospital. She missed
And
you.
that might be it, or she's just being a little too protective. Like, don't go to sleep. Don't go to sleep. It's like, oh, leave me alone, putty cat.
Let me sleep, what do you got?
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh, wow. So, anyway, we have Martha with us, and I hope she's feeling better. And I'm not going to broadcast publicly what's wrong with her. If you want to know, I appreciate it. You go ahead and message her on Facebook. If she wants to discuss that with you, then that's entirely up to her. So, anyway, yeah, so as I was saying, these are the colors, and these colors come in a thread pack. Now I put the link below in the description box where you can purchase the pattern with the thread pack and your flock and your Ada cloth. So it comes in a big piece. Actually, you have to cut some off because it is too big. Good morning, Shatika.
Nice, Tika.
So anyway, this is what I've been working on. So I going to show you what I've been doing to get this border done really fast. So anyway, I can't show you the inside of the pattern because that's the actual graph. There's the skeins that you need for your floss and the colors. So it's antique white. So this is antique white when it looks pure white to me. Doesn't look anything antique. Oh, that was okay. The original pattern was on an antique white 16 count, but in the description box where I have the link, it's for 14 count because that's what Fat Quarter Shop Kimberly stitched hers on. She stitched it on 14 count because she's not a big fan of 16, and neither am I, because the holes are way smaller, the stitches are smaller. It just, to me, you're fighting and struggling. You're going to have to look through a magnifying glass. So anyway, this is the front of my work. This is how much of my border I got done. Isn't this pretty? Absolutely love this border. It's so cute.
Peppermint Patty.
Yeah, Peppermint Lane. So if anybody wants to get this kit, it's super easy to do. Now, what I do is I've been carrying my colors, but as you can see, I have nothing connected to this because I don't have any threads left. I had to end them all because each color, it works out perfectly where I could just finish off a section and have to, I can do, I think 1, 2, 3 of each, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe I did 5 with that color. I might have. With the white, you use way more white. So you're rethreading white twice as opposed to doing the dark pink and the light pink. And for some reason, Martha, I can't get my Logitech to zoom in. I don't know what's going on with this crappy thing.
Oh boy.
Yes. Chrome's.
Don't try it. You probably get stuck in a place where you can't get out of.
Yeah, like I just don't get it. It's not zooming in for me. And I need it to zoom in. What a piece of junk. And I'm thinking, okay, do I have the right camera? Yes, I do have the right camera. It's the Logitech webcam C930E.
Sounds like you need a new computer.
What are you talking about? This one's already beautiful.
I don't know.
All right. No, we don't want to discover what's new. Dark theme. Can we just go zoom in, please? It won't zoom in for me.
And where are you at? In the front room or in the craft room?
I'm in my living room. I sure am. Okay, maybe now that I switched to high definition, will it work? Nope, because it's being a dink. I shouldn't have reset it because when I reset it, it zoomed out on me and then I never got to zoom back in. But it is focusing, right?
Yeah.
Autofocus is working. But look at how far away I am. Oh, well, I'm not going to fight with this. It's just wasting my time and my energy. All right, so I keep my threads all up here on my light. So the next color I need is white. So actually, I'm going to thread all 3 colors and just have them ready on the needle because it's a lot easier to just grab my needles and get going. Yeah. And now we're going to knot the last one. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, goody. There we go. Cool. So there should be 1 thread left. And I've already gone through 4 strands of the white already, just in this little piece. So that's why you have 2 packs of white in your thread pack. They give you 2 white, 2 red, 2 teal, and 2 of another color. I think there was quite a few. Hi, Nan. Good morning. Okay, so, yep, back to work on Tuesday, Martha.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it in not one bit. I'm actually depressed about it, okay? I
Oh,
can't get
believe
up.
me.
I can't get up every morning anymore and be nonchalant, grab a coffee, chill out, read Facebook, check YouTube. I can't do none
Yeah.
of that.
Well,
Well,
Monday's my birthday, and it's like I'm not even sure if I can go out and even have a beer.
that is not a good idea, girl. Are you serious even thinking that?
Well,
You don't need it. You don't even need to celebrate your birthday.
yeah.
It just tells you you're getting
Hey,
old.
I really need to because I lived another frickin' day.
Yeah, that's true too.
You know?
Yeah, I know.
So
All right. So there's my white threaded. Now we're going to do the dark pink.
I got work to do today.
Are you serious? What?
The trash bin, I hadn't had the air on, so the trash bin stinks to high hell.
Oh, you need to get that out.
Yeah, and I got that roast in there, so I gotta throw that out. So it's kind of like somewhat, clean the refrigerator out, get the trash out, and get the dishes done.
Yeah.
But I need exercise. I'm supposed to exercise, so
When are you supposed to start that?
well, probably yesterday.
Really?
Well, it helps keep your heart healthy.
Yeah, I know. Okay. Now I got one more color to do. The thing is when I run out of color, I run out all three of them at the same time. So yeah, it's a happy early birthday for Martha.
Thank you, Nan. Today would have been my brother's 60th birthday.
Oh, he was younger.
Yeah, he was 2 years younger than me.
Wow, you're gonna be 62.
Yes, I am.
You go, girl. I think you've just been overdoing it.
Oh, that's a possibility, but who really knows what happened? They're saying from not taking my Berlinta, that's a possibility, and
What's Berlinta?
it's something to keep your stents opened and from your cells not jumping at it.
You weren't taking that? Can I ask why?
Well, Blue Cross only covered so much of it and they quit covering it, and I says, well, I'll just try to go without it. So I've been off it for over a year.
Oh my
Nan, oh, I had a heart attack Tuesday, and me being me, I drove myself to the hospital.
God.
I don't even check my gas gauge. I don't even know how much gas is in the car. Ah,
Jeez. And she had a stent put in.
yeah.
And she's already home. She got home yesterday. Like they don't even keep you in there anymore. Okay.
I'm glad they let me out because they finally got me a room. I don't know, it was 8 or 9 o'clock in the evening. They finally got me to another room, and um, there was an older lady next to me. Oh, I can smell that trash. Oh God. Um, she had her volume on her TV so damn loud it was like, oh God, let me out of here.
Did Holly still have food and water?
When I got in yesterday, she had maybe a sip of water and enough nibbles to last her next nibble.
Wow.
Yeah, I was just, thank God I filled her food dish up before I left. I had filled her water dish up when I gave her breakfast, but I cannot fill her food dish up when I give her breakfast because she'll, you know, eat it all up and puke all over.
Oh, yeah.
So I just happened to look at her dish before I left, and it's like, yep, fill her dish up, and out the door I went.
Really?
Yep.
Hey, Tracy. Good morning.
Oh, there's so. Good morning. I gotta put this thing on live chat. Everybody, I used to be able to see everybody before you guys, but now I don't.
I wish I could fix my computer. Why is this not working? Why can't I get this Logitech to work?
I don't know.
I can't get it to Zoom. And it's pissing me off.
Thanks, Nan. Yeah, it was kind of freaky and scary.
Yeah, I bet. Well, you had that coughing attack. I bet you that was a part of it.
Actually, the coughing attack was from the heart, I think. That's why I was having that coughing attack.
Did you feel better after?
After it was done, yeah. And there was I was feeling two things in my heart before it even happened for over a week.
Do you get covered for your medical expenses?
Well, I got Blue Cross Blue Shield.
What's that mean? They cover all the doctors and everything that you had?
Well, we'll see. I'll probably be getting a bill of some sort.
Did you last time?
Yeah, I had a bill last time.
Oh dear. That sucks.
No, I don't think it was over $1,000. I don't remember. Truthfully, I don't remember.
Well, COVID, everything went up. Probably healthcare did too. The price of some things are just so ridiculous. Even on Amazon, it's getting really bad. I don't know how people are allowed to do that. To me, I call it price gouging, and that's exactly what it is. Because
I can't believe. Plus your Medicare. See, I'll be 62. I'm not even old enough for Medicare yet. I think you got to be 63 for Medicare. I don't know. I may be totally wrong with all Medicare. I don't know. I really don't know.
I'm done with the white. I'm not taking my needle off, and I'm not getting rid of my thread. I'm just going to park it over here. But I did not take my last stitch. That last stitch hasn't got the last crossover. So it's just going to stay right like that.
Okay, I've really got to ask you a question.
What?
Why do you not start in the middle of your project? The way you should.
Well, most cases you should, but I hate starting in the middle and working up and then working back down. I like starting at the top and making sure I have my my project centered properly. I don't know. It's just the way I've been doing my cross stitching. You are supposed to start in the very center of your work, but I don't. And I guess it's just basically preference. Okay, I'm really bugged about this Logitech. So I'm going to shut it off. And I'm going to see if I can download the software.
They send me stuff all the time for Medicare, and it's like, But I think also with Medicare they take something off your Blue Cross. I don't know. I do have to crawl. Um, Now would Social Security be? I gotta call Social Security today. I guess I could ask them info about that.
Well, let me see if this works. It's saying to use up and down arrow keys. I don't think that's
Hi,
gonna work.
Tiki. Hey,
That doesn't work.
Tiki.
I didn't think it would. Tiki, shush. Oh, this is a pain in my ass. That doesn't work.
And you're bringing up your little camera icon from your your taskbar.
It doesn't show up in here for me.
Wow, does mine. Well, you're on that gaming computer.
It don't matter. It's still the same Windows computer as yours. How come you get the Logitech webcam?
I don't know, but it's in my taskbar. I just click on that and it brings whatever I need up for the computer, for the camera.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Well, let me go to Control Alt Delete and see if I can bring it up. Start up. Let me see. I don't even see Logitech in here. It should be. Where are you, Logitech? Damn. I don't know how you do this. Okay, maybe I can bring it up from my start menu. No. Logitech. What have I done? Okay, what is this thing doing? Oh God, what did I do, Martha?
I don't know, Ruby. I really don't. So's craving coffee. Guess what I had in the hospital?
What?
I had me a half a cup of decaffeinated coffee. I had some coffee at the hospital.
Did they feed you good?
Yeah, but what I ate, look. Yesterday morning.
Did they let you smoke?
No, I didn't even. They wanted to know if I wanted a patch, and I said, no, I don't even need a patch.
You never went back to smoking?
I didn't have a cigarette all the way home. I got home and
That did it.
I grabbed one, I lit it up, took a couple tokes off it, and put it out.
And you haven't touched a cigarette since?
Well, I lit another one, took a couple tokes, lit it, put it back out, and I did that maybe 3 times yesterday, and that was it. I haven't even had one this morning.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah, but it's so wanting to light one up. Just to have that couple little tokes did me freaking good.
Really?
Yeah.
First thing we're going to do.
Be a ruby smoker.
What?
I'd be a ruby smoker. Go out, light it up, just enough to get the flame through my lungs and put it out.
Yep, that's what I do. I take a couple of puffs and then that's it. So there's the screen. That's the screen I'm using. Come on. Damn, this is slow.
Hi, Laura. Good morning.
Hi, Laura.
Her nephew went to vape smoking. Vape.
Vape.
V-A-P-E.
You should try vaping, Martha.
Yeah, but they say it's all metal toxins.
Yeah, they say it's worse for you than smoking. Just
Yeah.
as bad.
And a couple of people I know that quit smoking, they went to vaping, and it's like, yeah. Oh, what?
This is kind of frustrating me. Camera not available. Oh my God, it just took a picture of me. Did you hear? Oh, where would that picture be? Come on, would you please work?
Oh, stop it.
Okay,
I don't even know
bear
who
with
that
me for a
was.
minute, guys. I'm going to stop my cam. And I'm going to see if I can bring it up on here. And then restart Logitech. Jeez Louise, this thing is annoying. I think maybe once I can get it to show up in here, maybe I can zoom it and it'll stay put. It says camera not available. Son of a bitch. Okay.
You know how many times she's tried doing this camera on that darn computer and she never gets it. I can remember at least 3 or 4 times.
Oh, there it is. I found it. All right. Now I can zoom. Now I can move. You dirty pygmy, why didn't you stay? All right.
And you pin it to the taskbar so
Nope.
you don't lose it again.
Now, how do I save this?
I'm hungry.
All right, let me see if I can go back and put my cam back on.
You gotta see something good. Look at that.
Oh, God. Did you see that?
You? I seen you.
Okay. Now I have to close out Logitech. If I have to reopen this, all right. There we go. I'm back. You guys saw me for a second. Shut up. This is kind of driving me.
It
This
wasn't
is
bad.
driving me to drink.
Well, then drink. Put some Carolyn's in your coffee and call it good.
Please tell me it stayed where I put it. Please tell me, because I'm really frustrated. Okay. Did it? It did not. Oh, fuck it. Oops. I didn't mean to say that. But anyway,
Yeah.
I'm done.
Watch it. You're live.
I'm done. I can't seem to zoom. It's not working. What a piece of crap this Logitech is.
It ain't the Logitech.
Yes, it is. It's not working.
Well, it's because of the person trying to work its fault.
No, I've done everything. It worked before. Oh man, it's kind of frustrating me. And it looks really dark in here, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It does.
Well, you've had brighter places, that's for sure.
Well, it would be brighter if I could zoom up, but it's not letting me. Because this thing is, oops. This thing is pissing me off.
Ow. Ow.
Nope, it's not working. Wow, this is frustrating. Really and truly frustrating.
Okay, let's do an hour of frustrating.
Let me try something.
Ow, crackle.
Stop cam. I'm going to try something, guys. Just give me one more second. This is the last time. All right.
I'm going to have a ruby smoke.
All right, we're going to do it this way. You're going to have a ruby smoke?
Yep, that's what I'm going to have a ruby smoke.
Okay. I'm going to share my screen.
Ugh.
And we're going to go to this. Tell me if you can see this.
I see that.
Do you see yourself or just this?
I see the whole thing. Me and your screen.
And I'm zoomed up now?
You look zoomed in, yes.
How clear is it for you?
Looks pretty clear. What do y'all think?
Unfortunately, I don't know how to go full screen to get rid of this. But this is what's supposed to zoom me, and it wasn't working. So and I had to shut it off because it says your camera is being used by another application.
Yeah,
So
you had to do that one other time. We were just in Hangouts.
Yeah, so I guess this is how we're going to do it. We're going to do it like this. I'm going to tilt my camera a little bit more this way because I have a tendency to go off camera. And then Martha will yell at me. So now I'm adding a second thread to my stash here. And I mean, once you start this pattern, you don't have to, you will remember what you have to do next. It's just so repetitive. I will show you guys Tia. I've been working on that. And I'll show you what I'm doing with her to get it done quicker. And when I put my needle in, I try not to put it in any of my area here because if you keep doing that with the needle, especially this size 24 needle, you're going to leave big holes. And you don't want big holes. But I want to show you Tia. Now I am doing.
You have been working on her then, huh?
Yes. I go back and forth. I'm doing something called the parking method. This is not the way you do parking method when you stitch in hand. But this here is the parking method. Okay, but usually people use a hoop. And all the videos online are all people with hoops. So with the parking method, as you can see, I have a ton of threads hanging off on this side here, and I still have a bunch down here because these are all the threads that I'll be using in this little area here. So I had to draw with a friction pen, of course. This will iron right out all these black grid marks. I had to start counting and get my grid marks because I was trying to do this and I was having nothing but problems, especially in these blues and these black. The black. There are several colors in here and you can't see it.
Right there, we can see the colors.
Yeah, I was getting so lost. I couldn't follow my pattern. I got so frustrated because one of my threads got snagged on the back. Look at the mess on my back. One of my threads got snagged on the back, and when I pulled on it, I broke the thread that it was attached to where I didn't know. So I had to rip it all out. I was so angry. I was so frustrated. I had to just put this away and say, put it away because you're getting frustrated. So I thought, okay, I went and looked how to do the parking method. And everyone that does the parking method, they're either got this rolled up on one of those, what do you call those things? Like a frame, you roll it up.
Right.
And you stitch one stitch at a time. Well, I thought, you know what? I'm going to try the parking method, but I'm going to do it with stitch in hand. So the way this works is you can see I have no needles attached to any of these threads. There's no needles here. The way this works is I'm working in this 10 by 10. So there's 100 stitches in this little graph box. There's actually 40,000 stitches to this Tia picture. So what you do is you just take a needle. Where did my other needle go? Right here. You take a needle and you take, for me, this is the way I'm doing my parking method. Actually, I need to bring up my, hang on guys, I need to bring up my live chat. So I have to go to YouTube. I have to view this on YouTube. Pause it so I don't get a loud noise. Pause. I need to pop out my chat because I can't see chat. So, okay, bring this back up. Bring up my live chat too. So there we go. That's how we're doing it. So anyway, this is how you do this. So this is the way I'm doing this. I'm trying to get all this area here is all one color, and then I got to fill it in. But I was getting so lost. Like, look, I didn't even cross stitches here. Forgot to cross them. I was making so many mistakes, and I thought I can't keep doing this with Tia's picture. I was getting so angry with myself. So these threads parked up here, they are parked in the spot where they need to be. So all I do, these like this stitch here, this next stitch I take here is this color here. So you check on your graph and you look where this one goes. These are threads that I no longer need in here, or I've already used them in this block, and then I move them to the next block, which is the next block I'm going to work out of. So this one here, this is my next color. So I'm going to try to work down in each graph. All you do is take your thread, hold this in your hand and pull your next thread and just stretch these back out and lay them all down. And I'm still stitching in hand. I'm not using a frame, and I'm not using a Q-snap or a hoop. I'm not using any of that stuff. So of course I got this.
You know, I went by so many of them videos of that, whatever it's called, and it's like, it don't look very interesting at all to me. It looks too confusing.
It's actually faster and much nicer. Very fast when your threads are parked, because you're not tying in and tying off for every single stitch. So I got to get my graph because I don't want to screw up Tia's picture. So I've been keeping my charts. This is exactly where I'm at. I'm in this, see this block is 1 square. So this stitch here is the heart one. So I need to put a heart, a stitch there, a stitch there, a stitch there, down here. And then I got to move it up here. When I'm all done, I'm going to move it to the top is highest part. But before I move it, I'm going to run it in behind all these threads and then move it up there and then park it when I'm done into the rightful one. So like, anyway, it still works exactly the same as stitch in hand. You still get to stitch your stitches the same way. Was there one there? Yeah, 1 stitch there. So I'm just going to move that there. So there, that stitch is complete. Then the next one is the furthest one here. So I'm going to bring my needle up in here. I don't want to move this thread and park it somewhere else. When you're dealing with a lot of colors in your cross stitching, oh Jesus. When you're dealing with a lot of colors in your cross stitching, like when I'm sitting here doing this, I don't have this much fidgety stuff going on. So there's my next stitch. Before I finish that, I'm going to go down to the next one, and it is the one right below, right here. So I'm going to just park my thread there. That stitch is done. And nope, I missed the hole. I went a stitch below. I split my thing. So I'm going to take a stitch here. Oh, good. What did I just do? Pull that out. That was not smart. What's a scroll rod, Laura?
Scroll rod where you roll your work up onto it.
Okay, like a frame. Right.
I believe in working with frames because I know myself once in a while I can over tighten my stitches, which will crinkle the whole damn thing right up.
Oh, I don't do that. I'm very careful of that. Okay, so now I need to drop down.
And when you stitch in hand, you have to make sure you're not tight on your thread pulling. That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, you can see I'm pretty consistent with my stitching when I stitch in hand. So I'm just going to finish off this, and then I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with this thread when I'm done.
I would get so mixed up on all the damn colors.
No, you wouldn't.
Parking threads like that.
Well, I mean, maybe for you, it's not
true.
for you, right? If you go look at videos, parking method for a lot of people that are cross stitchers, a lot of people do this when they're dealing with full coverage pictures. So we need to do the next.
I love them snap frames. I got one of them, and
yeah, that's what I have.
love the snap frames.
So I need to be right there. See, I don't pull my threads tight, so that's why I try very hard not to pull anything tight, because I don't want the holes to show. So this is how I do stitch in hand. I'm very careful, very gentle at pulling. So I'm doing all the stitching that is required for the heart symbol. And then I need to do this one last stitch here, and I'm making sure I'm double checking. It's the second one from the side of the graph. This graph is way easier to follow. Okay, so I've done all my stitching on this part here with this color. And now all I'm going to do is I need to park my thread up at the next one. So I have to be 1, 2, 3, 4 stitches away at the top. So all I do is take my thread, run it. You can see I've been running my threads all underneath because I just don't lay threads on top. They have to be running behind my work. So I'm going to run it up here. Just run it behind threads. So it says I need to be 1, 2, 3, 4th, the 4th one down, or 4th, yeah, 4th from the 4th one away. So that's where my next heart symbol is. And then I pull my needle off, and now that part is done. And now my thread's up here ready to start up in here. So I'm not tying off. I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm not stopping and starting constantly. I'm literally just picking up my threads and carrying on. Now, here, in here, for some reason, up here where I finished here and I parked all my threads down here, some of these colors here I didn't need down here, but I needed them up there. So I just went straight across and parked them in the next symbol. Down here, there's some new colors I have to introduce in here. I think there's 1 or 2 in here that I need to introduce in this little graph here. But if you were anything like me, I was getting so confused. And I really like doing it this way. And I thought nobody does parking with stitch in hand, which means normally what I do is I just take all my threads, I fold them up because I have to roll up my thing here, and I just roll them up in here. That way I'm keeping them away. That's why it's best to work from the top and work down, finish off what you got to do and go park it wherever you need it. So this is just a few threads here. If you go look at some of the parking methods, some people have like 100 colors all parked all over theirs. There was actually one color I used up in here and I couldn't find another symbol like it. So I just tied it off and I hung thread up here on my lamp because I have my Tia threads up here as well.
I have a little Halloween cross stitch that somewhere where I used to go, they gave away little free samples. And I love that little cross stitch, and I attempted to try to make it 3 or 4 times, and I still have not got to where I could finish it.
These are all the threads in
Pull it
Tia's
out and work on it.
There is 50 colors. Jeff said when he went shopping for all these at Michael's for me, he said he has discovered every single shade of brown there possibly can be. So they're all on there. Like, I mean, I'm trying to stay organized. This might look like it's hard and it's complicated to you, but believe me, if you started this, you will clearly understand it, especially when you're dealing with a whole whack of symbols and colors. See, like now I'm all finished the hearts in this little area of graph. So I think there should be this one here, this little V-shaped arrow. I know I did not use that color up in here. So I will have to pick up that color new, but then it carries over over here, up here. So, you know, now I'm going to start getting, because this is all the dark parts of the picture. So now I'm going to I'm starting to get into the part where it's actually her real face. And that is, I'll show you. You could see that all the darks are up in here. I'm up in this area right here. So you can see I'm going to start bringing in all these shades of tans and browns. Right now I've got a lot of grays, and you could see it's got some gray in there. But every little one of those is a very tiny cross stitch. So this is a project I've been looking forward to doing, and I just take my time at it. I'm not rushing. I don't want to make mistakes. And when I'm bored with working with all these dark colors, and I don't say that to be mean, I just, you know, you get bored. I switch over and do a different cross stitch, and then I go back and pick this up again. It's a lot of stitches. 40,000 stitches is a lot of stitches, guys. Believe me, it's a lot of stitches. But it'll be worth it when it's done. I'll tell you why. Now, just to get it back in my bag here. Wish I never pulled this out, but I had to.
I'm gonna light me an incense.
But anyway, I wanted to show you guys what I've been focused on. It's a lot of stitching. It might not seem like it, but that's a lot of stitch. That's like 1,000 stitches just in here, 1,200. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1,100. 1,100 stitches just in this small little area. Plus I done all of this. And now I'm working on this. But stitch in hand, parking method, awesome in something like this. Now for something like this to do a parking method, that wouldn't be a good thing. For one, you've got empty spots in here. This one here, there is going to be no white showing anywhere in this graph. None. Zippo. No white anywhere. This will all be filled in. So all my threads running behind ain't going to matter. Here, it will matter. Okay, so there is a time when you can do parking. Check it out. I mean, just check out videos. You'll see all the videos people have done for the parking method, and they're pretty awesome. So, and I just keep this all curled up. I keep it clipped because it's such a big piece. It's 12.5 by 12.5. It's fair size. It is. It's a big picture. And I just keep it curled up in my little project bag here. I don't even think I can get my project bag to close now. It's so full. Up here on my lamp, I do keep her all the pieces of threads that I'm using, but I've got them numbered. So this is 930, 415. These are colors that I'm using in her picture. So yeah. Anyway, just thought I would share that. I didn't drink coffee. Which one are you talking about, Tracy? Which one do you like? This one or the Tia one? It's called cross stitch parking method. So if you look up on YouTube and if you type in parking, you're going to get parked cars. You got to do the parking method for cross stitch, and you're going to get a ton of people that do the parking method. It's super, super cool. But they use frames. They use what Laura said, a scroll rod. The parking method. Yes, the parking method for cross stitch. Make sure you type that in, or you're just going to get parked learning how to do parallel parking. Because that's what I did. I typed in parking method, and that's what came up for me, parallel parking. And I'm like, no, that's not what I wanted. So yeah, that's this is what I call semi-parking method. I'm just carrying over 3, but I'm not finishing my last stitch and putting the thread in the back and then coming up where I need next to be. Because if I do that, if I was to take this one, I would have to skip over 1, 2, 3 piles there. And oh my God, it will be a mess of threads running in there. You could see I've got this super, super nice and neat. And that's the way I want my backing to stay nice and neat and fresh looking. You back, Martha?
Yeah, I had to take that darn trash out.
Oh, it was stinking that botch, eh?
Yeah.
Oops, what did I do? Oopsies. Did I do anything?
I don't think so.
Okay. So yeah, here is again what I'm making. It's called Peppermint Lane. Super, super cute.
Them stockings are cute.
Super pretty. Even the candy canes are cute. Little presents, the wreath, the chocolate mug, holly berries, just super cute. I did finish my October one. I finished October and I will be starting my autumn one this month, maybe the beginning of next month. I'm not sure. What do you mean keeping track of the thread? It's not a chore. If you park that thread in this next one over, so you got to draw graphs on your Aida cloth or whatever, linen, whatever you're using. If you park that in the next stitch where it's supposed to be and you look on your graph in that little square box, you'll go, oh, okay, that's that color, 953, whatever. You know what I mean? It's not hard. It seems very complicated. It seems very intimidating, but I promise you, it is not. It is actually super easy, and it is a fast way to cross stitch when you have 40,000 cross stitches to do on your project. And there's no, see, this one here has too much of the background showing. Parking method, you would never want to do that on here. You would never, ever want to do that with something like this. The only time a parking method is beneficial is if the entire cloth is covered. There's no specks.
I can see where the parking method would come in handy.
What do you mean? For here? Or?
Well, for cross stitching, I can see where it would come in handy.
Yeah, well, like I did with Tia, like Martha, if you only knew, I got so angry the other day. Oh my God, I was crying. And I was crying because it was Tia's picture and I was wrecking it. And I was spending so many hours on it already that I was just falling apart. And Jeff,
that was the time to give it up and put it away.
Yeah, Jeff even agreed. I said, Jeff, I just have to park this. And I know he's super excited. He really is super. He ran to Michael's on the day that I made that picture in a cross stitch. He ran to Michael's and got all 50 plus threads for it because he really wants me to make this picture. But I got so disappointed, so upset with myself because I was making mistake after mistake. I was ripping and pulling out.
Yeah, by the third rip out, it's time to give it up.
Yeah, I didn't want to give it up. I just wanted to say, go put you aside. Let me get my, self-control back because I was so angry that day after that. I even took it out on Jeff. I felt so bad because I was angry with myself. And it's Tia's picture, and that's what's drilling in my head. It's Tia's picture. I can't screw it up. And Jeff really wants this picture. I really need to get it done. I'm not getting anywhere because all I'm doing is making mistakes and ripping. Well, I'll tell you what, go four blocks back is where I started the parking method. And I've had no problems. I am getting bored with the colors, so I just change out, put it aside, pull it out. Like I never worked on it at all yesterday. I finished my October one yesterday, and then I started this last night. And maybe before this day's up, or tomorrow, I might pull Tia's picture and work for hours on it. And I mean, it doesn't seem like I've done a lot, but when you add up those little square graphs, 10 by 10s, that's 100 stitches in there. So, I'm very happy now. I've found a method that works for me. A lot of people would not take that chance and stitch in hand and do the sewing method, because then you're sitting there with this big ball. But if you keep stretching out your threads, keeping them nice and straight, and just pulling one thread like you would be pulling off of the floss, you just pull one thread at a time, do your stitches, park it, and just keep everything nice and clean and smooth. Stitching in hand for me is the fastest way to stitch. I've learned this over the years, or a year or so. When I first started doing stitch in hand, I got so intimidated. I was like, how the F are these people doing this? Because I'm just making a mess. And this was with my spring clean that I was doing. I was getting so pissed. I was like, I had to go watch video after video. And every time I watched a video, somebody was doing it this way. Somebody was going this way. How do you go up? How do you go diagonal? How do you go onto the side? Like, how do you do this sewing in hand stuff? I was so mad. Then finally I got the knack of it. And the more I done of it, I was like, oh my God, this is so flippin' easy now. Because now it just comes naturally when you're stitching in hand. You know, if your next stitch is up, you know how to go up, travel up, diagonal, this way, and down. You know how to do it now because it just comes naturally. It just makes sense when you're doing it. You don't even need anyone to teach you to do it because it's just like, well, okay, if I have to go up there, I have to go on a diagonal. But if I have to go right directly above when I finish, then I have to go across and take that stitch backwards. And so I would be starting at the top instead of the bottom. And you know how I start from bottom left, top right, and then bottom right, top left is how you finish off one cross stitch. That's my way. You can but when you're doing an up stitch and I have to go directly above that, I would have to go I would have to start at the top right and go down to the bottom left and then up to the top left, down to the bottom right and up to the next one. It just all comes pretty natural to you. You don't need to. I was fretting, believe me. The learning curve is a key. Yes, absolutely. I agree with you. It is. It's just a matter of just keep on stitching, keep on screwing up. You're going to keep catching your mistake and you're going to go, oh, well, okay. But always remember, pay attention to where your next stitch is. So if your next stitch is down here, up there, here, right there on a diagonal here, pay attention to where that stitch is, because that's where you have to take that needle next before you finish your stitch. So if you needed to take, like say I needed to skip about 5 stitches before I finish this off and put it in that top one, I'm going to drop my needle down like this. Okay. And I'm going to go on that diagonal because that's where I need to do the next stitch, that kind of thing. And I wouldn't do more than 5 stitches skipping. I actually 4 is pretty much my limit. I'll count 4, and hopefully if there's anything in there, if there's something already stitched in there, then I'll run my needle behind it. But if not, I don't skip a whole whack of stitches. But in the parking method, well, that's what you do. You'll be skipping a lot. You'll be going right from here all the way up to the top or down to the next. Just depends. You see what I mean? It's just, it's super. And I mean, people say, look, I don't find anything wrong with that. Do you guys find anything wrong with those stitches being stitched in hand? Because a lot of people say that it's not very nice stitching. I agree. It's not 100%, but it's still very, very pretty. I find my stitches nice and flat. If you pull tight, you're going to have problems. If you're a tight cross stitcher, your cross stitching is going to look awful. And it's going to look awful because all the little holes where you joined everything, you're going to see it. You're going to see holes everywhere. And you cannot see any holes really where my stitching is. Do you see where I've stitched? No.
And another thing I do not do.
What?
I do not iron the front of my cross stitch.
No, you're supposed to iron it from
just
the back.
iron the back of it. I never iron the front.
Well, I know you don't iron over top of the front. You flip it over, you iron the back. But when I frame my October one, I got to show you guys what I got. I'll be back. I'm going to go for a quick smoke, but I'm going to show you. I went shopping at the dollar store the other day because I needed some stuff. I needed some embellishments for Christmas and for my fall themes I have going. But I want to frame this. And when I frame it, I want to decorate the outside of the frame a little bit. And I had nothing really to use other than my farmhouse stuff. And it just doesn't work. So I'll show you what I got at the dollar store, and you're going to be surprised. So I'll be right back. Tiki, what is your issue? Do you need a tissue? Are you talking to Martha? My God, he just, every time I go live, he squeals. It's like,
Tiki!
I'm
Tiki!
live.
Hello, Tiki!
Where's Tiana?
Okay, what gets surgical tape off? This stuff's driving me bonkers.
Baby oil. Baby oil, Martha.
Baby oil?
Yep, baby oil. Don't rip it off or you're going to end up with like a rash there.
Ugh, I hate this stuff. Oh, well, I really should take a shower today. Get that hospital smell off me.
That's a creepy smoke.
Holly, please, you drove me nuts all frickin' night long. I know you love me, but hey.
So here's my finished October, and I'm going to show you guys. I did something. I added something to it for a reason, because since when do houses not have chimneys? I put a little chimney on it.
Very
So
good.
I'm finished my October. This is how small it is.
It is
Now,
tiny.
Yeah, instead of turning this into a pillow, I'm actually going to hang all of these on my wall, and I'm going to show you why. At the dollar store, look what I found. These frames. And I forgot to bring the one I had, this one. Anyways, all I did is I opened up the back of the frame, and it was $1.75 for this frame.
Dollarama.
Yes, I opened it up. This writing is done with permanent vinyl. I took my scraper, I scraped it off of it, came right off, and I put these all in a bag, and I kept the little picture. I mean, these are nice little frames, to be honest. And look it's a beautiful, beautiful frame. And this is going to fit perfectly.
Morning, Donna.
Hi, Donna. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to mount it on a board. Now, I'll be doing this on a live video. This is something, I got 2 of them that are getting mounted. But I wanted to find a picture frame, and I found 4 of these. So I told Jeff I need to get 8 more because I have 12 months to do. So I've done October. So what this is going to do is it's going to be in the frame. It will be cut and mounted to a board with a piece of batting behind it. Now, if you put batting behind your cross stitch, it covers up the board and it also puffs it out a little bit. So these frames are absolutely perfect for that. So this is going to fit in this frame absolutely perfectly. As you can see, it's going to fit just perfect all the way around. So I want to frame all of them. So I'm going to check out all my dollar stores because they all carry the same thing. And I want to buy 8 more of these frames because these are perfect. I won't even buy.
Them were the only 2 they had?
No, I got 4. Nope, that store had more. I'm going to go tomorrow dollar store shopping and see if I can get the rest of my months.
Oh, yeah.
Because these are going to look so nice, pinned up, all lined up on the wall with all my well, they're going to go this way, of course. with all my cross stitching for each month in there. And above them will be the 4 seasons, spring, summer, autumn, winter. And the 4 seasons will be above these, all hanging up on my wall in the living room. When I get them all done, I definitely will show you guys. But I want to show you how to mount this. You can see I've ran some long threads here. See the long threads running in the back? Those were all, I just decided out of the blue to do my own. I don't know if you can see it in the camera. Yes, you can. I did some back stitching to highlight the leaves. So I back stitched in every single leaf. And like I said, I put a chimney on it, and that's all I did, because the house without a chimney, to me, that just didn't look good. So I said to Jeff, I'm going to add a chimney to that. He said, well, how? Well, 2, 4, 6, 7 stitches gave me a chimney. And I took a picture of this. It is in the group. So if you wanted to see that chimney, you can see where I started it. Actually, just print it off, and you'll see where I started that chimney and how I carried it up. So yeah, this is completely done. October's is done, and I'm super excited to get it into one of these frames. So I have this one to frame, and I have the one I made to frame as well. So yeah, and you can see this had no chimney. It's got very faint 1 stitch. Now I tried that with 1 strand of thread in here, and you couldn't see the back stitching, so you couldn't see none of it. So I put 2 colors together. I took a brown and a beige. You can see they're 2 colors. And I back stitched into every single leaf. I just went whichever way I wanted. Went up and down, back and forth. I didn't care, because all this is going to be hidden behind, or it's going to be on top of a piece of batting, and it'll be on its own little, it'll be mounted into the frame. So inside of this frame here, there's going to be, I don't know what kind of fabric I'm going to use, but I am going to mount the fabric first. This will sit in the middle on that fabric, and then it will go into the back of the frame. Like, I mean, for $1.75, I framed my own stuff. Seriously, couldn't go wrong with this. And I kept all of these. What do you call these? What are these called? Sequins. This one here is like a rose gold. And they're meant to be, bye, Nan. They're meant to stand up saying Happy Thanksgiving and give thanks. So I got to hurry up and get to the dollar store before they get rid of all this stuff.
Yeah, before they're gone.
Yeah, because Thanksgiving is over in Canada. Unfortunately for us, it is. Anyway. So yeah, that's basically all I got to show you that I've been kind of, doing a little here, a little there, a little bit of this and a little bit of that. So I did go dollar store shopping, and I did get lots of things that I have never seen for Christmas, which I'll do a haul one day. It's still sitting in the bag, never even touched it. And you guys can see all the goodies I got for framing my cross stitching, especially this one. It's going to be so pretty. So I like to fold, because I'm noticing, like, my cloth will be so wrinkled when I'm done with it, but I don't care. I just iron it. It's not hurting anything. See, I need to drop down to the next stitch there, and that's how you do that. You just drop down to the next row, and there's my 4 stitches there, and I got to do 4 here. So now I'm going in a different direction. Instead of going this way where I do each stitch and finish it, this one here you have to do half cross stitches across. So I'm just doing half cross stitches across here, like so. And now I need to go back. So now I will finish off that cross stitch. And just pull ever so lightly. You don't need to pull tight. Like that. And now I'm going to drop down again because it's all diagonal. And then you're going to repeat this again. You're going to go across and do your 4 stitches by doing half cross stitches first. And I keep my thumb here to guide my thread to push it up, make sure my needle goes under my thread. Oh, I see a boo-boo I made. Do you see it, Martha?
Not close enough.
Look at the top. I missed the whole top row.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put my thread to the back and I'm going to travel up and start back up here. That's all I did. I missed a whole entire row at the top. I don't know how I started that like that, but anyway, shit like that happens. I missed this whole top row. I'm like, why do I only have 3 rows? There should be 4. See, now I'm going this way. So that means I have to finish off this whole cross stitch in order to get to the next spot. So that cross stitch is done. See? Now, I am not going to finish my last one. I'm going to leave the stitch unfinished. So, because I want to leave my thread on top. So, it's got a half cross stitch here. So there's my 1, 2, 3. That will be my 4th stitch when I get it done. So I'm just going to take my thread, park it over here. And then I'm going to grab my white because that's the next color I need. And that one's going to be kind of in my way a little bit till I get traveled. So I'm going to do what I did here. I did half cross stitch. Now I'm going to finish it and go to the
Morning,
back.
Linda T.
Hey, Linda. And then I'm going to travel up here. No threads hanging.
Now, is that your side or is that your top?
This is the top. This is the top here. And then that's the right side. So for the top, I need to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of the light pinks. So far I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I only have 5. So I have to do this until it has 8 of these light pinks.
Linda was the only way she could zoom in, and she's still not really zoomed in.
I'm not zoomed in.
Not really.
You can't see me. I am not zoomed in.
Well, we can see you, but I mean, there you go.
Am I zoomed in now?
Yeah. What have I got up over my neck? Holly Mae, did you slobber on me during the night?
All right. So I'm going to start up here. This time I'm not going to skip a row like I just did. But I'm starting beside the one that I did not finish. See? I'm starting at that one. I don't like.
Guess I'm going to go have me some sausage and French toast.
There you go. If you're hungry, go eat, Martha.
Yeah.
Okay, so see what happens when you don't tuck your cloth under. I tuck it like this so I don't have anything snagging and getting in my face. All right. See, I pulled that one too tight, and I'm going to loosen it over here. So I need to tighten that one up and loosen. There we go. Yeah, I don't want to pull these tight. And that's it. I'm keeping the other thread with my thumb out of my way. So now we're going to go back this way and do 4 stitches. This one's kind of in my way. Just don't want to snag and sew it in.
Well, when you're done with hers, so come on over and do mine.
What is she working on?
She's gonna rearrange her furniture to make it more comfortable because her mom's emphysema is giving her a hard time.
Oh dear. All right, so now that's my last row of 4. And the white is really hard to see. I hate stitching white on white. I really do. And I really hope this is all the white I have to do in this whole thing. Oh no, there's white in the stocking. There's white everywhere. So no, I'm not getting off that easy. Normally this thread is down at the bottom, so it doesn't really get in your way. But like I said, I screwed up there, so it's I missed a whole entire row because white on white. No, that one was pink. But the white on white is not easy, I promise you. All right, so I'm just going to take this last stitch. I'm not going to finish my last one. And I'm going to park my thread over here. And now the next color I need is the light pink. So, wait a minute. Oh my God, I'm really screwing up. This ain't my last row. I still have one more row to do. Why do I only want to do 3 rows, Martha?
I don't know.
Because I just done
Think
that.
about it doing 5 and then maybe you'll hit the 4th row.
I'll remember to do the 4th row. I'm like, that doesn't look right.
So passed out last night.
Now we got it. She passed out, eh?
Yeah. She said, I'll catch up with you guys later. Have a great day, everyone. Hello, Martha. Are you kidding me? I didn't just sleep last night. I passed out.
Oh, bye, Tracy. All right, now I can start my next color, which is the
I
light.
tossed and turned all night. I know I woke up a couple times, but.
Do you have all your pills you're supposed to be taking now?
Yeah.
How expensive are your drugs that your Blue Cross don't cover?
Well, I don't know. This is just, I don't know. I usually get them through Express Scripts, and I usually get a 90-day supply of the Berlinta for like $45, so that's extremely cheap.
Yeah, for 3 months. Yeah, that's not bad.
Which I don't see how it can be a 90-day supply when I've got to take 2 of them a day.
Oh, then that's just a month and a half supply then.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I don't know. I got, how many did I get yesterday? I got for like $29, but they gave me pills I didn't even need to pay for because I've already got them.
Oh, they did?
But the problem is I didn't take any of my pill. I need to write my information down on a paper and keep it with me of all the pills
Oh, they didn't know what meds
out.
you were on. Right?
Well, yeah, they kind of did because it should be in the. It all should be in the computer.
Right.
But I mean, they gave me more aspirins. I already got aspirins. They gave me more of my half pills. Well, I've got plenty of those. They gave me more of that, and I've got tons of those left. And so there was a lot I paid for I didn't need yesterday.
Well, now you have them.
Yeah, so I just added them in with my everyday pills I take.
Yep. Did they give you something different than what you were taking before?
Yeah, and I gotta find out. I'm afraid to take them because I
Why?
don't know. Um, I gotta find the right damn pill because I don't want to OD.
Oh,
And I looked it up. I don't have any of these pills. It's losartan.
mm-hmm.
Let's take a pill every day, and there's only 30 of them. But I mean, if they're already for blood pressure, I already take a blood pressure pill.
Oh,
So why should I take 2 blood pressure pills? Wouldn't that kind of OD me or something?
well, it could lower your blood pressure too low.
Yeah, so I'm not taking any of them until I get figured out what they're for. I read it on the little paper that comes with it, but
Mm-hmm.
it's like, no, I'm not going to trust that. So, and what is this? This is atorvastatin. Okay, take one every night. They want you to take brain fart, calcium, not calcium, cholesterol. They want you to take cholesterol pills at night because that is when cholesterol forms, is at night.
Okay.
So they gave me more cholesterol pills, which I've got a freaking ton of them because half the time I forget to take them. So I've got to be on a regimen of 9 o'clock, take my pills because that's when I take them in the morning. Got to take them at 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah. You should be consistent
so-
with them.
Yeah. Most people would say, well, set a timer on your phone. It's like, well, the thing is I got to get it set up in my head, not on the phone. And I've got a part of it to where if I feed her nightly treats, that's when I would take my pills.
That would make sense.
Right.
That would definitely make sense. And you could see by doing it this way, this is a lot faster in tying off and tying back on, I think. And so is stitching in hand. You're yawning.
Yeah.
Well, you might need a nap.
Well, I'll probably definitely get one in today. I know about 10 minutes after I hit the couch yesterday, I was out. It was so nice to sleep in something that was comfortable. The bed in the ICU area, which was actually the cardiac recovery room,
Hmm.
was so much nicer than the bed up in 12th floor. Oh my goodness.
Oh, yeah. Those hospital beds are never comfortable. Yeah. So there we go. Look at that. See how easy that is? It's going to just go stitching along real fast. And stitching in hand is so comfortable. So if you would have had to stay in longer, Martha, was there someone that could have come to your house to feed your cat stuff?
Yeah, I could have got somebody up there to get the key.
You took your garbage out?
Yeah, I took the garbage out.
Feel better now?
Well, I still gotta get more exercise. Linda, I had a heart attack Tuesday. For about a good hour.
Before you went, you mean, to the hospital?
Well, I sat here, I got up. It was about 8:30 I got up because I was supposed to go pick Terry up to drop his car off.
Oh, right.
So 8:30 I got up. About 10 minutes after, I just kept coughing, coughing and coughing and coughing. And then I started breaking out in a sweat. I was like, well, I best go get in the shower. I thought the moisture from the shower would help clear up my lungs.
Mm-hmm.
That didn't help. I called Terry. I says, we're not doing it today. I'm going to the ER. So I grabbed the keys. Something, I don't know. I went over by her food dish and I seen it was empty. So I poured her some food in there because I had already gave her fresh water.
Mm-hmm.
I went to the hospital. So that sweating was going on for at least a good half hour. And it was just not right. It was
Yeah.
not right.
Well, it's a good thing you went then, right?
Yeah, so I walked in. I told the guy, I says, I need a chair. I feel faint. And after the girl got done with whoever she was doing, I says, it's my heart. They took me back in the little room. She put a EKG on me, pulled them off, and immediately called stat. Ran me down to the room. They prepped me, and boom, I was on the operating table.
Jeez. How long
All
were you
within
out
like
for?
7, 8 minutes. Huh?
How long were you out for?
Well, I really wasn't even out.
What?
Yeah, they just give you, they don't put you under, they just give you locals. And I
Really?
says, oh, this is the time he'll be telling you to give me another shot because I could feel him putting it down in my arm.
Oh,
He says, no, I need you awake for this one. It's like, oh, great. And then I think I kind of fell asleep a little bit, but I was mostly there while he was doing it.
really?
Yeah.
Is it painful?
Not only when he starts going in, because this is where they go in your vein.
Yeah.
I could feel it go to about here, and then I could feel it go to about here, and then it was all good after that.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know they keep you awake for that. Did they keep you awake before too?
Huh?
Did they keep you awake for it before too?
No. The first time he put me, he just nope, give her another one. I was out. They just give you a shot. They don't put a thing over your face or anything.
They just give you like morphine.
Yeah, something of that sort.
Yeah. So you don't feel anything. You're not with it.
Yeah, Donna. Thank you. Yeah, if you feel anything weird about your heart, if you're coughing for no reason, it could be your heart. It just don't mess around. Get going. And the first one, I had been hurting for what was it 4 or 5 days, really bad. I feel very good now because I
No
had
more
had,
coughing.
huh?
No more coughing.
No,
Good.
no, I was thinking maybe it was just my cigarettes, but it wasn't, and it was not from smoking. But the first one, I was hurting for about 4 or 5 days. I went to what they call it, urgent care, and she says, "Well, there was nothing they could do for me," but she didn't know, or she should have said, "Hey." And so I went to the emergency, and that's when they got the first stent, and it was the Widowmaker, and that right there, it can kill you on the operating table.
Oh, jeez.
So if you feel anything around your heart, don't mess with it. Go see someone or go to the ER.
Yeah.
And then we had set up another appointment for another one.
Another one. What?
Stent. The first time.
Oh, okay. They only put one in at the time.
The first time they put the one in the Widowmaker. And then we made, the following appointment. He says, "Well, you need another one." So we set up to have that other one done. That's when they went through the groin. Don't do the groin. No, you must lay on your back for 12 hours flat. It's painful, very painful.
And they keep you awake for these?
The groin, no. Just for some reason, he wanted me to stay somewhat awake yesterday. I don't know. But, the medication, it just every now and then you have to drift off.
Yeah.
I'm not really depressed. I'm happy that I was smart enough to get my ass to the hospital.
Hmm. Did they say if there's any damage to your heart?
Well, there's no. There's
Really?
more I'll ask them after I get my, when I go to the
Yes.
follow up check. I got my brain somewhat together, but there's a card I got to keep with me. I mean, a big ass card, not no little freaking pocket size card that I should keep with me. So I just put that right in the truck. let everybody know.
Did he give you nitro too?
Well, I've got nitro, but I never think to take it. I didn't even think about taking it.
When you weren't feeling good?
I never even thought about it. Yeah, it's weird.
And you take your aspirins every day?
Mm-hmm. You gotta have that blood thinner or you'll clog up.
Yeah.
Yeah, Linda, I had two other stents. I guess back in 2019. I had one like done in November and then one done in January or February of the next year. So that would have been probably 2019. So that was what, 3 years ago? Yeah. 2 years. Wait a minute.
Your dad was still alive.
Dad died 2 years ago.
Because you said you talked to your dad and your dad told you to get to the ER.
Yeah. After I talked to him, I got up and went to the ER.
There you go. So your dad was alive then.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We are done that color. See how easy it is to just park your thread over there? Just don't take your last stitch. Carry on. And then now I need the light pink. And it just kind of got in behind that one. Very easy to fix. No big deal. See?
Kiki. Kiki.
See? Now that stitch is all finished. Now I'm just going to run it. Run it behind.
Well,
So,
yes, I'm going to go make me something to eat.
what are you going to have?
I'm going to make, well, I guess I'm going to make me some sausage and some French toast. Or I got bacon in there. I definitely got to get finished up. So maybe later on I'll have a BLT for dinner. I don't know.
The bacon's smoked, isn't it?
Yeah. But it's been in there. I mean, I've been eating on it slowly.
Yeah.
But I gotta get the sausage cooked up too. So.
One of my Cassie's nails fell off.
I was gonna ask you, what were you? Are they just press-on nails?
No, Cassie did these. They're gel nails.
Oh.
And it's her first time doing nails. You can see they're not the greatest.
Well, the color is good for the season.
Well, this is a color that changes. So when you're cold, it turns brown, and when you're hot, they stay orange. You see?
Color swift, yeah.
Yeah, and she put little fall leaves on them and some glitter. So yeah, she wanted to do it, and it took her, I don't know, almost a whole day.
Now, are they your real nails, or did she put tips on you?
Nope, she put tips on because I just cut my nails off, and she's like, "Don't you want your nails done, Mom?" I said, "What? No, I got no nails." She goes, "Oh, I'll put tips on you," and I'm like, I can't say no to her because she's practicing.
Uh-huh.
I was
I need a victim, Mom. Come here.
Yeah, like I mean, some of this gel is sunk in. Look, it's horrible. But what was I gonna do, right? I was like, how could I say no? But I'll tell you what, if it was me asking them, they'll be like, no, I can't go to work with nails like that.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So I let her do it last week. Oh my God, I gotta go back to work. Oh my God, God help me. I am really, really not looking forward to this one day at all. Starting a whole new route, learning everything all over again. Oh my gosh. I sometimes wish I didn't even go off because you get stuck in a rut. So,
Well, okay, fine. You got lovely people. You all have a good day, and we'll see how later goes. I might go in there and finish painting up that skull head.
Oh, you're working on a skull head?
Yeah, I found it at the dollar store. It's
Oh, for
a
Halloween?
ceramic skull head. Well, it's a sugar skull.
Oh,
And I've repainted it black, and I've been painting on that, and
dotting on
that'll
it?
be finished. Huh?
You're dotting on it?
Yeah,
Oh, good.
just following it's got a whole bunch of decorations on it that I've been following, but
Oh, good.
yeah, so I might go live later, who knows.
All right. Thanks for
Yeah, how I
helping.
feel.
All right, we'll go get some rest.
Okay, bye everybody.
Thanks, Martha. See you later.
Leave studio. Forgot how to get out of here.
Real easy. Just click the X button. So, what do you guys want to talk about? Got any questions for me? Anybody want to know anything? Oh, and I got all my snowman blocks sewed, all put together. I just don't have them sewed. And I'm not looking forward to stitching all around every single little detail. I started to do it and I got a little bit not enjoying this. It's just going to take me a while to get those done now. Because you have to stitch around every single piece of that applique. And I am really not looking forward to it at all. Not one bit. So I'm just like, okay. So I will have just enough white thread to finish this section off. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I need one more set, and then that's it. That's the corner done on that. That will be the size of it. And then I'm going to start, once I run out of these threads, I'm going to start on something right here. So it is the Christmas tree, and the Christmas tree has 2 colors. I'm going to carry my 2 colors like I'm doing here. So that's going to be easy peasy. So when I bring my thread up from the back, I want to make sure I don't snag the pink. Like I don't want to snag any of the threads. So once I run out, I'm going to start on my Christmas tree. It's probably going to be super cute. One, two, three, four. I want to just make sure I've done 4 stitches before I moved on down. Oh, Martha's still here just listening. All right, Martha. Oops, I knocked this one down. Yeah. Oops, almost pulled that off. There we go. Well, I am going to be zooming. Oh, she's fiddling. Yeah, I wasn't fiddling. The thing just froze. Because Logitech camera sucks ass. Trying to bring it up to see if I can at least get rid of the... Anyway, I'm going to get going anyways. I wasn't going to stay live long anyway because I have to get ready. I'm making homemade chicken soup for supper. So you guys take care. I'll probably see you maybe tomorrow or Sunday. Depends how much work we get done outside because we're doing our yard work. We got to close everything up and put it away for fall because it's really getting cold out now. So you guys take care. Have a blessed day. God bless. Bye, everyone.